it's important to keep good notes. I realise not all of you work in a laboratory, some of you are social sciences people, but again, your working notes as you do your work, it's important to keep good records of what you're doing. It used to be even more important than it is now, because in the United States, their patent system used to work on the basis of the person who gets the patent is the first person to invent it. Now, all of the world has moved over to a first-to-file system, which means it doesn't matter when you invented it. If you're the first person to file a patent, you get it. But when it used to be a first-to-invent system, there used to be huge court battles and people would dig through laboratory notebooks and try and prove what date they came up with this invention. However, having mentioned confidentiality agreements, in the context of those, it can still be important to know when you thought of something, when you came up with the idea for this website. Because in a confidentiality agreement, it will normally state, this covers everything apart from stuff that I already knew. So you need to be able to prove when you already knew that. This is actually a page out of Thomas Edison's laboratory notebooks. And you'll note that he's using a bound notebook. He has numbered pages. He doesn't have any blank spaces because his lab notebook is so much neater than mine ever were. They are diarised, essentially. Edison didn't paste in his computer printouts. Wasn't so much of that about. The final one, witnessed, signed and dated. I've left that in there because, strictly speaking, and particularly if one was working for a pharmaceutical company in research and development, that would be considered absolutely critical. Lab notebooks get signed off at least weekly. In a university setting, probably a lot less common. Some supervisors are very serious about it and they want to see notebooks every week and will want to witness and sign them, but it's not that common in a university setting.